Alright, bro. This is take 3. For some reason, the audio just doesn't want to work. like, I just don't understand what's wrong with it, bro. Like, I literally just got done recording it. Oh, now it works. Nice. Alright, Stuff PG3 here, and I have arrived back into Ace Attorney Trilogy. Like I told y'all in the last video, I was gonna, obviously do this. I kind of wish I could edit, because then I wouldn't have to, do it like this, but I can't edit. So, this is just how we have to do it, bro. It's just how it has to be done. Okay, hold on. Gotta type this back up, so I can watch it, see the chat. I am about to check it again, just to be sure, because it's weird. It's just weird. Alright, it is. It's official. Alright.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court result.
Bro, this is not about to sit well with me, bro. Cause, I don't know what happens if I pick the right thing there. I can't believe I let something like that just completely not pop up, bro.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately,
we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake. He has to be lying, bro. He gotta be stalling for it.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Florida. Mr. Florida? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Ingrid. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ingrid cannot have known that, and so that facts remained unchanged. Acting the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
Dang, I wonder, is he actually lying, or is it really fake? This theory that Ingrid had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Do we have evidence for that? Do we have that in our pocket, bro? I feel like, if I challenge it though, wouldn't that but then again, we don't have time because Edgeworth he got in the accident. So honestly, what are we stalling for at this point? We didn't go get anything. We didn't, but I guess we just still stall to do it, bro. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution had proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Ingrid to not have known it was a fake. Maybe the video camera. I don't really see what anything else could have. Oh yeah, I said maybe, but now that I think about it, yeah, it is the video camera, because what else? How else would he was watching, so.
What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but.
Oh, that's right. A camera.
My fault, y'all.
You young kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Ingrid knew of the existence of this note. But he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? Because he was spying on the victim. If that were true, then this means Mr. Ingerty would have known that the victim had forged the note.
So then, defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution theory is what Mr. Ingerty's motive for murder was. It had suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ingerty monitored Mr. Corridor 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ingerty didn't know about. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery of that at an unknown place?
Order. Mr. Edgeworth? It looks like this time it is you who had dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Huh? As you figured?
As I figured. It came down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
When I heard the result of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ingerty's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual. As for stuttering, this is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the questions of who was it that hired Shelley D. Killer to commit murder. That's impossible. Who in the... No such person as this who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes?
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness?
It's
Yes, go on. Who is it?
The man himself. Mr. Shelley D. Killer.
Oh, Mr. D. Killer. Wait, Shelley D. Killer?
What? What? Shelley D. Killer? No way, bro. He gotta be lying, bro. He's stuttering, bro. No way he got... What? Like...
You mean the killer? Or you mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to witness to the witness stand.
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense had no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well, then the prosecution calls the witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness.
Oh, now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is... Oh, my Lord, bro. Every time this man pull up, bro, I'll be waiting for this dude to... Hey, it's a bop. Hey, I can't turn my headset up. My name is Shelley D. Killer, and I'm a professional assassin.
Oh, I say. What is going on here?
Your Honor?
How could you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. D. Killer would testify to this court. So this must be what the urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I could not allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. D. Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley D. Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second. Bro, that thing moving is bopping to the beat. I'm so hungry. Maya!
A voice, Mr. Wright. You confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objection to this person. We are satisfied this man is indeed Shelley D. Killer.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corda. Is this correct? It is as you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Corda.
Huh?
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream.
Shelly D. Killer, what is he going to say about my client? There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than a trust between the client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. D. Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. D. Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his client and himself then? There seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There is no way to know what's coming next. So stay cool and collected, Phoenix. About my client. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed. So you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. The trust between you and your client. I provide my service in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And this is why...
That is why you're testifying in this matter?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the D Killer name so my client can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly.
That's enough, please, no more.
Very well, it was only a hypothetical anyway. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of the prescribed rule. Their prescribed rule.
The rule?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is the trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You, who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything.
The judge had better watch himself. We understand, so please, tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. That egomaniac. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all the extras, though. Alright, so we didn't went through everything. What though? You gotta find some. It's something up here though, but like what though? Like, what do you say here? Maybe just press them again? Like, I don't know. Like, but like, it's really not helping us, so... Like, I don't know, bro. Like... I legit don't know. Oh wait, bro, I did. Wow. Alright, so I had to do that. I did caught me off guard. I didn't think that was about to pop up because I was really lost. I didn't know what to do. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human, and that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have thought? Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case you keep getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Wait.
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Juwan Corridor, or of Mr. Juwan Corridor? The person's name is... Come on, bro. Adrian Andrews. Oh... What? Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? Yo, nah. That's crazy. This can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. D. Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back. I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. D. Killer told him a different name. Met Ingerty, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But well, you were the one who summoned this witness.
You silly D. Killer. My testimony is the truth. Defendant is at the moment is Matt Eckerty, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. D. Killer's client who requested a murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all of this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Ingerty is innocent.
Oh wow. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Did he just hang? He just hung up.
Bolliff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
But now, with the way this is going, Ingerty will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edruff is right. The killer is lying. And Ingerty, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live for myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness was absolute to defend it?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste is dead. Unless Celeste died. Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. D. Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that proves it to you. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste's impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Bro. No way, bro. Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinion. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshow's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Bro. I don't want this man to win, bro. I don't want to pick the I don't want to get the verdict, bro. But I don't want to. Bro, we gonna have to continue it, bro. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept the not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Ingerty is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Ingerty. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That is because of Edruff that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Ingerty convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him. Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please?
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. D. Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But the witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's so more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edruff, please reestablish connection with Mr. D. Killer.
Y'all, this is getting stressful.
Right away, Your Honor.
This is crazy, y'all.
Has the verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was another name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to have her hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are, usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. D. Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client part 2. Oh, as I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. I pretended to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juwan Corridor was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planning of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is the most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edward?
We still have the cross-examination to do. But don't you need to question testimony like this? But don't you need to question?
Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony,
then I'll expose the lies in that so beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes 2 of us. About my client part 2. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that would be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But then one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness? About the requesting the hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty.
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook the person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah, well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always a real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. D. Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But disregard everything to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my car from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Truthful or not. While pretending to be the first person to discover... why am I reading that again? So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you. I have no intention of using your services. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Agent Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juwan Corda was dead. From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All my clients knew precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. My fault. I had yawned and tapped baby. But even more appealing at the group. So why do you think your client did? Why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Ingerty. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. And that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really mad?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. Alright. Now, it's kind of crazy because it's like I feel like this is something important here, because it's like she did go in the room. I wish I had the picture. She did go in the room, but she came in there with a glass in her hand. So it would be a lot. It would, if she knew, why would she bring a glass that has her fingerprints in there? It wouldn't make sense, right? Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D. Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juwan Carter had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. D. Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carter had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
Isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then you clients should have had knowledge of Mr. Corder's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what you're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy some more time while we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Bro. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Request taking. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from it, but you can't draw a suspicion. If you do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Let's talk about a delicate balance. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specified date and time in mind. A specified date and time? Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I try to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only have my suspicions. Your suspicions? Your suspicions, huh? So, what are these suspicions you had? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear my client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Jawan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside the figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose content at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. I see.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Was the testimony just now of any importance? The testimony had just now had made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with a brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And then the only way to establish that is to speak to the client without looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Was that just... Of course it was, Your Honor. If Mr. D. Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was?
I guess so.
You see, it is just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Calm down, please. Okay, bro. I think I shouldn't have said that, bro. I think I shouldn't have said yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. We had to double back. We had to double that with that. Why he meets his clients is not important. That wasn't the point. Witness, please step aside. Please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright.
I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I would begin to trust him. Look, he said him. He ain't say her. That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright?
Look at them, bro. I just peeped. When did he get here? Like, when did this get here, bro? I swear this wasn't just here. Alright, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stuck. I'm gonna go with none of them. I'm sure there was something, but I can't get a good... Wait. Oh, see, alright, so it is something there, bro. I'm missing something, bro. Alright, we press here. Alright. We did do, alright. So we did that. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Oh, really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Alright, so I already said that was suspicious, because he said him twice. Like, that's clearly a her. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly D. Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up about her. So what is the issue? He got it now. When did you just say now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she's a woman.
Order in this court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
The witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their requests.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. D. Killer client can have not been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Androgynous? Androgynous? I don't know how to say that, yo. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, I see.
Unlikely for Mr. D. Killer. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Shelley D. Killer? The court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you will allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Request taken. Part 2. Yes, now I remember I took that request by mail. There have been times where I took a job without having my client. The request was for the murder of Jawan, Corida, and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. But he got catfished by a name.
So you took the job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his early testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay, like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Hey, what is going on in this courtroom, bro? Him and Andrew got some dynamic going on, bro. Like,
now, let's begin this cross-examination.
Like, it's crazy, because this is the second time this is happening since they've been in the courtroom. The last time these two was in the courtroom, it was in, that the 5th episode of part of the first game, when they was trying to take Gant down together. Crazy. Request taken, part 2. We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what is so bad. At this rate we're going, where we end up completely destroying D. Killer's life. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in.
Oh yeah.
All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Golly, it's taking so long, bro. We feel like Vegeta when Goku was charging the Spirit Bomb, like, bro, all the time in the world. Everything takes forever, bro. But then you just say that you always meet your client? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But then you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with the game of cat and mouse. Using your silky voice is not going to work on me. Your silkiest voice. Alright then, just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. D. Killer met with his client?
Do we have? No, we don't really have any proof, so, nah. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see.
The U-line of question was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Alright, bro, you just think you're so clever with that, huh, Edgeworth? And why could you not meet with certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests, and if I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special unsaluted envelope?
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as an email.
Email?
And in content of mimicry, the judge would be the parrot, hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were those other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. We pressed, man. We gotta press. Why not? Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That I smell the stench of backstabber. And should you turn out to be one? Wait! Uh-oh. This is really bad. I shouldn't press my luck, alright? I have to think. Is it worth pursuing? Nah, bro. Like... nah, bro. What is... Bro, I feel... bro, let's just do it, bro. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what the other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. The information certainly sounds important to me. With witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. I found this figurine at Mr. Ingridy's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ingridy, I'm sure.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problem with this piece of testimony?
Got to. So D. Killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now with Dr. Wright, Dr. Wright, gotta present evidence. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Ingridy's mansion. Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Gotta be his note. Because the note was like, it has to be. Shelly D. Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should have not been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yup, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Judge be cooking me. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order. The that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact of suicide that was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be his client. Oh.
Order!
Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand otherwise.
Wait a minute, Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... the prosecution,
Witness come over everyone.
The prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What?
Bro.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation.
If the prosecution rests with no further questions,
Then
the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance.
if that is the case, then even though I'm reluctant,
I must believe that Mr. D. Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly D. Killer's client is Adrian Andrews.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
if I end this trial here right now, then your client, Matt Ingerty, would be declared innocent.
And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? Bro, bro, come on with that evidence, bro. Like we're stuck at a dead end here, bro.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Baldwin, please bring the defendant, Matt Ingerty, to the stand.
The items from D. Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. This outcome now lies in your hands. Are you serious, bro? Look at Matt. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ha! Bro. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Ingerty?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just an atrocious, don't you? It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get Ingerty a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Do I actually gotta decide? It all hinges on what I choose. Bro, do I actually gotta decide here?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, Then your client, Mr. Matt Eggerty, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want. Aren't you? Right? I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Eggerty, is... Bro.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Eggerty, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Eggerty is... Whoa! Franziska von Karma. Why did I have to get whipped though? Like, what is he? Let me find out, man. Catch Franziska, bruh.
What are you doing here?
Oh, you see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That scum shows. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
Hold on, y'all. I'm plugging my laptop in. Jones about to die. Alright.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now will change the outcome of this trial.
What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obviously rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you could please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by D. Killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The D. Killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. This first item is a pistol. Does the killer pistol have anything to do with this case? Did we see him have a pistol? Did we see anything like that? I still think we need to question for more details. Does the pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistic test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me. That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent example. An excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. But we at least got it. The second piece of evidence is a videotape. I bet the killer took that from Ingridy's mansion. I feel like maybe we can question it. Why not? Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it. That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly the killer is no ordinary man. This last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on the uniform. A button? A very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it will provide us with an interesting clue. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Shelly the Killer's hideout will be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is who is the client.
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is it? Is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first? Make Ingerty wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client wishes first. If Ingerty himself wishes to be convicted, then he would let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Ingerty. If the killer were to no longer think of Ingerty as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who vows his duty towards his client above all else. I know both of these seems like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we have all seen the pieces of evidence. That is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it as us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to act with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
Oh, one chance?
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible to turn this situation around in one try.
One try? That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Ingrid down at the same time.
No, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
Shelly, bro. I did. I'll show evidence to Shelly, bro.
I see. And now, to tell this court what piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Obviously the videotape, because he came back for it.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edward?
I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Bailiff, please bring in a transceiver from earlier.
Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a BD into this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client.
I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid it seems to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who had placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ingredy film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail him. He told us that in the detention center. The client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly B. Killer? Oh. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any of all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said it to test traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I will break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. Oh! For the honor of the D-Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I will follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Bro, That's crazy. You getting stalked down by an assassin for eternity is insane, bro. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we've turned this case around, Mr. Wright. I gotta turn my headset back on because I had to turn back up because this is a banker. Yes. My contract with my client is over as of now. It seems I have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you, your precious item. What the? I'm not an item. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I actually am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights.
Bro. Bro. She not even on the screen, bro. Just... Alright, bro. Von Karma be cooking me.
Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Oh, he's nervous now. Mr. Ingerty, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly, you should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
You have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Please, whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Oh, man, y'all. Woo! A hard fought battle, man. Oh, man, I gotta take a sip of my water. Man, Angerty, even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger, no matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty? Oh, bro. Why is he scratching himself like that? Nah, buddy is thrown off, for real. As always, it looks like we have conquered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Hedgeworth, how is Matt Ingerty?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness house, should I put this, she has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Look at her. That's the first time we seen her actually smile, bro. Wow, this is the first time I ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself for who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. That's what it's about, y'all, man. That is what it's about, man.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Wow, bro. I don't know how we did it. I don't know. March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't I? Wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Ms. Von Calmer arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with the justice? Side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ingerty, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And those are your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth? I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya's safe. You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save him. Mr. Nick will save him. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? It's Von Karma. About earlier. Thanks. Ow, why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix, right? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. Yet, you are still happy? I don't think you will ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I had left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has ashamed himself of defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This a promise. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding isn't that right. This man who only had his sights set on victory, who had ran away into the night. Ah, it's Mr. Edgeworth, right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track the Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the Princess later. There's something else. Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. Nick! Look at Maya, man! Maya! Mystic Maya? Mystic Maya! Bro. Crazy, bro. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got Ingerty. Bro, what the hell, bro? Never fails, right, y'all? What's up? Upstairs.
Huh?
Upstairs.
Upstairs, your mama said something?
Yeah.
They sleep?
Nah.
Tell them niggas to come down.
Y'all coming downstairs? You coming downstairs? What's up? I'm good.
It's Grimace, baby. So what you doing?
I'm recording a video. It's a game about being an attorney, and I just won the case. I just say that she had got kidnapped, but I just got her back.
What's up, big boy? What's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing? My son, this on Bernard. How you feeling, nephew? What's going on right here? How you
What's
been?
up, gang?
What's up with you? What's up? Come on outside, man.
Alright, y'all. You got Ingerty convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come by and hunt you like the bad ghost. Yeah. I'm about to be done, though. You said what? Oh. I would like to come back and haunt you like the bad goes through Pearly. You just sit down, bro. Bad go through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't you mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I relieved you're right. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Bro, look at me. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this desperate place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Child. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up an awesome evening. We got away with our gourmet food. I've decided that we have a makeup by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick, food. Bro. No way we coming back here, bro. March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. Bro, nobody told you to run red lights, bro. You wouldn't have crashed. Telephone pole, then it wasn't a red light that got him. You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was going to give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Still Samurai. The thanks? Now looky here, Mr. Snotty Prosecutor, don't you reckon you bullied Wright too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Very well, come on now, everyone's gathered around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Did nobody not find her last camera, bro? Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on now, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. To that, pal. Amen. I said, You know, when you think about it, you're the one who saved the day, detective. Huh, me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 of items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from D Killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of those items in my coat pocket. There was 4. Well, there was a 4th item. Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. But who, boy, I tell y'all, there really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days. Aren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like y'all had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it, Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Bro. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, this tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Bro. What should we get this man, bro? I don't know what to give him. I'm not, but he told me to keep the whip, bro. I'm not about to give him the whip back. Yeah, I don't know what to give him, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Probably, I'm gonna give him a whip, bro. See what he say. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you. You two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Alright, I picked the right thing then. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can get back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean... Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway... So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you, Mike. Alright, bro. Why do I gotta pay for it? Huh? Yeah. I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. It's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better anyway. Bro, she just paid $3,000 for a camera, bro. Huh? 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 Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's your tab and all. Bro, huh? 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 Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Bro, why do I suddenly feel like streaming? Oh, y'all don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Alright, y'all. That's it. Another game down, bro. Oh, it's not over. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Your sister died, now you just... Why she didn't escape death 3 times, bro? I'm crazy. I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case. How did they let a child do that, bro? You like 6. I wonder what happened to Ingerty, bro. Buddy got a whole assassin on his head. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like letting that one go in bad for all the society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Hey, shout out them, man. Seiko Takeda. I don't even know if I said your name right, but shout out you. Oh, look at her. We didn't see her since the first episode. I, Maggie Bryan, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by and buy the restaurant, sir. Hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. A waitress? I mean, I guess that's sturdy. Graphic. Masashi Satao? Shout out him, bro. Hey, bye. Alright, bro. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho. Recently. Yes. That girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I ever laid so much of an eye on her, I would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Oh. This freaky ass old head, bro. Talking about, like, nigga like getting whipped. Like, cooking me, bro. Alright, bro. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. Let the world know we are serious. I plan to make us fabulous fight. Bro, she is a child, bro. Like, nah, I hope he really ain't trying to. I think if there are any talking bunnies, even though they won't laugh at Mo's joke.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah. Alright, bro. Mo, I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. Going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo curls. Alright, bro. We got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Haluja chorus. Say something, will you? We're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. There you go, abusing him again. Hey man, at least they doing good, bro. I think what's his name? Akro's still locked up though. Don't free him. He need to stay locked up. What's this drat? It's just an ordinary electric razor charging on his stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do this plan on make me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must be a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the word of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy. Treat me like royalty. Alright, bro. She about to start yapping. Yeah, there she go. I ain't reading all that, bro. God damn. Credit's been rolling for a grip. You can't even skip these drones. I think we really didn't talk to everybody from all the other episodes. Oh, look. Damn, she's still under the detention center? I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Yeah. Von Karma, all people trying to talk to you is crazy. Don't pick up her habits, though. She like whipping people. That's not normal. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I would take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Bro, you still talking through that, bro. Don't you got somebody to go catch? They gotta talk to Matt Aggerty too, bro. Buddy in jail, bro. He gotta be next. On March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Department, Gate 12. But somebody leaving? Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this? That. I heard you were planning things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drag coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that, man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from D Killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius, I've always known that. But I had to be one, I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor, you have been around, always will be. No, I'm not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. Bro, you gonna give it back to her, bro? Don't give it back to her. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me, Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Nah, she about to cry. It's crazy. I'm Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk into your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Nah, her crying is crazy, bro. Yeah, she just cooked me. Where's she going? Back to Germany? Phoenix, Wright? One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece. I wonder what it is, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Nah, why she really get shot just like her dad though? Hell, that's the fourth piece of evidence, huh? Who did that, bro? Somebody gonna draw that man's face on that man's card, bro. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Golly. That was just... Man, that was a long credit scene, bro.
Oh, don't show your achievements on the screen?
Yeah.
How many people you got in?
This joint don't give you too many achievements. They'd only give you like a couple. But like for this game, I'd say probably like 20.
How many people you got in the stream?
You said what?
How many people you got in the stream?
Like one. I only really stream to like export the video to my YouTube. I mainly do YouTube, so that's where everybody be at on my YouTube. But alright, y'all, that is the end of the video. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Turn post notifications on. We gonna be going on to the next game. I don't know how many episodes gonna be on that, but yeah, we got one last game. I'm interested to see how this is different from these two, cause this one from this added a lot of new stuff, so we'll see how that go. But alright, y'all. At least an hour long, bro.